you have a crime tip or complaint to report, please press 1. For all other inquiries, please...
Hello. Thank you for calling the FBI. This is not a 911 service for taking emergency calls. For emergencies, please call 911.
Si usted desea escuchar este mensaje en español, por favor oprima el número 1.
In a few moments, you will be connected to an operator. This call will be recorded for quality assurance, investigative, or other purposes. If you do not wish to be recorded, please hang up and submit your tip online at tips.fbi.gov. During this call, you will be asked to provide identifying information about yourself and/or the persons about whom you are calling. We use this information to assist in investigating your tip. You do not have to provide your name or other personal information. However, the lack of information may delay or hurt our ability to investigate your tip. Any information you provide may be used for authorized purposes. To report a suspicious email, hacked email, internet scam, or ID theft, press 1. To report a tip about a threat to human life, serious bodily injury, or significant violent action, press 2. To report a tip on it,
I pressed 2.
Please provide the zip code of the area you are calling from now. One moment while I transfer you to the next available representative. Your call will now be recorded.
I'm already recording it.
At this time, we are experiencing a high volume of calls
I
with
figured.
longer wait times.
I
You can now
figured.
get immediate service by visiting us at tips.fbi.gov, which can take online tips 24 hours a day. Your online form will be processed by the FBI for further investigation.
I call bullshit. I suppose I should probably pause it. The thing about a great conspiracy is that it cannot be
At this time, we are
proven nor
experiencing
disproven.
a high volume of calls with longer wait times.
That's
You
why
can
this
now get
isn't a great
immediate service by
conspiracy,
visiting us
because
at
I can prove it.
Thank you for calling the FBI. Can I have your first and last name?
Yes, sir. My first name is Shawn, S-H-A-W-N. My last name is Schwartz, S-C-H-W-A-R-T-Z.
Date of birth?
October 18th, 1980.
Phone number? And what are you calling to report?
I'm calling to report multiple assaults in the state of Colorado and Nebraska.
I'm sorry, you keep cutting in and out, so I can't really understand what you're saying.
Sorry about that. I'll try to speak louder. Can you hear me now?
It doesn't sound like you're cutting off now. What's going on?
I'm trying to report multiple assaults in the state of Colorado, as well as threats against my life repeatedly over slander. A friend of mine was murdered.
What's going on?
A friend of mine was murdered a couple of years ago, in December of 2019 or 2017. And the police, I had been harassed by her friends, and they're all a bunch of druggies. I had been harassed by them for over a year before she was killed. I had gone to police officers on multiple occasions in the state of Colorado and Nebraska to try to get help. They outright refused.
You've gone where?
I went to the police in the state of Colorado and the state of Nebraska to try to get the harassment by these druggies to stop before Natalie was killed. After she was killed, these officers...
After she was killed, what?
After she was killed, these officers all took part in trying to cover the wrongdoing of their fellow officers who refused to take a report. To this day, no officer has been willing to take my report. I've called 911.
And why are they taking a report?
Because they're covering for the wrongdoing of other officers.
But why would these officers not want to take a report?
Because I'm speaking out about the wrongdoing of other officers.
Okay, well, what's the wrongdoing of other officers that you're speaking out against?
Well, for starters, they refused to take a report of the harassment or threats against my life prior to Natalie's death. And after Natalie's...
Well, again, why are they... again, as I asked previously, why are they refusing to take the report on the harassment or threat?
Sir, that's the thing, is that males, especially homeless males, do not get the help of law enforcement. We get officers who say things like, it's not my job, I have real police work to do, and what was the other one they told me? It's out of my jurisdiction, so on and so forth, even if it's in their jurisdiction. Now, for you to ask me what their exact motives are, you'd have to ask each individual officer. There have been well over 100 officers involved since Natalie's death.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you have any concerns for your safety, sir, I would advise you to contact the local police, okay?
Sir, I have contacted the local police. They haven't done shit. They have blown me off, too. That's why I'm talking to the FBI. Matter of fact,
like I said, I would advise you to contact the local police if you have any concerns for your safety, sir, okay? Thank you for calling and have a good day.
Go fuck yourself, you piece of shit. Calling them right fucking back.
You've reached the Cheyenne Resident Agency of the Denver Division FBI. If you have a crime tip or complaint to report, please press 1. For all other inquiries, please press 2. You've reached the FBI office in Cheyenne, Wyoming. There's currently no one available to take your call. At the sound of the tone, please leave your name, telephone number, and a short message. Your call will be returned at our earliest opportunity. If this is an emergency, please contact the Denver FBI office at 303-629.
I already called the Denver FBI office. They refused as well. Hey FBI, my name is Sean David Schwartz, and you guys are corrupt as fuck. You're covering for the wrongdoing of other officers and FBI agents. You have ignored evidence from multiple people who are trying to tell you what the fuck is going on. Again, my name is Sean David Schwartz. I was born October 18th of 1980, and you fucks are fucked. You are a bunch of greedy, selfish pieces of shit who are out destroying this fucking country. Call me back, you fucking bastards. No, I didn't leave him my phone number, and yes, I am calling him right back.
Hello. You've reached the Cheyenne Resident Agency of the Denver Division FBI. If you have a crime tip or complaint to report, please press 1. For all other inquiries, please press 2.
I pressed 1.
Hello. Thank you for calling the FBI. This is not a 911 service for taking emergency calls. For emergencies, please call 911.
Si usted desea escuchar este mensaje en español, por favor oprima el número 1.
In a few moments, you will be connected to an operator. This call will be recorded for quality assurance, investigative, or other purposes. If you do not wish to be recorded, please hang up and submit your tip online.
I'm recording.
At tips.fbi.gov. During this call, you will be asked to provide identifying information about yourself and/or the persons about whom you are calling. We use this information to assist in investigating.
Don't fucking lie. You haven't investigated shit, bitch.
Personal information. However, the lack of information may delay or hurt our ability to investigate your tip. Any information.
Fuck you. You're not investigating shit.
Authorized purposes.
You're complete fucking bullshit. Your whole fucking recording is bullshit.
Hacked email, internet scam, or ID theft. Press 1. To report a tip about a threat to human life, serious bodily injury, or significant...
I pressed 2. You should know what that's for
Please
by now.
provide the zip code of the area you are calling from now. One moment while I transfer you to the next available representative. Your call will now be recorded. At this time, we are experiencing a high volume of calls with longer wait times. You can now get immediate service by visiting us at tips.fbi.gov, which can take online tips 24 hours a day. Your online form will be processed by the FBI for further investigation.
Fucking bullshit. Don't lie. By the way, number 2 is for threats and assaults.
At this time, we are experiencing a high volume of calls with longer wait times. You can now get immediate service by visiting us at tips.fbi.gov,
Don't lie to me.
which can take online tips 24 hours a day. Your online form will be processed by the FBI for further investigation. At this time, we are experiencing a high volume of calls with longer wait times. You can now get immediate service by visiting us at
I suppose I had to press pause.
tips.f for further and longer wait time.
Thank you for calling the FBI. Can you have your first name, please?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Sean.
Okay, Sean, how do you spell it?
SHAWN.
Okay, your last name?
Schwartz. SCHWARTZ. My date of birth is 10/18/80. This is at least the 20th call I've made to you guys.
Okay, what's your phone number, sir?
My phone number is 308.
I'm sorry, you faded out on me. 04. Okay, that was 308566. Okay, is that a cell phone or a landline?
That's a cell phone. You can call it at any point in time.
Okay. So you said you called in before. Do you have additional information?
Well, ma'am, most of my information is about every single law enforcement agency that I have attempted to speak to has turned me down and outright refused to investigate any of the assaults or threats against my life, including by other law enforcement agencies. The FBI has taken part in the slander against my name and in not taking a report. I've been threatened over 100 times. I've been assaulted over 30 times in the last year, at least 7 times by police officers in the state of Colorado. I have been drugged. I have been assaulted. I have had my name dragged through the mud. And I need somebody to actually investigate it. No officer...
Okay, sir. Well, just to let you know, just because you're not hearing anything in particular doesn't mean that nothing's happening.
No, ma'am, it does mean that nothing's happening because I've been to several court dates. I've been to over 30 court dates since the beginning of last year over things that I didn't do, over trying to speak to the police, and over trying to turn in police for assaults. Every single law enforcement agency that I tried to speak to about the assaults by the Boulder Police Department outright refused to take my reports. They refused to take my reports about the assaults that I was enduring or the threats against my life. They made every excuse that they could to cover the wrongdoing of other officers. And the FBI has been involved. The FBI was involved in Natalie Bollinger's case, and the FBI got involved when I threatened to kill the President of the United States last year. I was forced to do illegal things to try to force law enforcement agencies to take a look. Calling 911 didn't work. Flagging the officers down didn't work. Going into their offices didn't work. No matter what, they outright refused to take a report from me or anybody who was trying to make a report about what was going on. I was threatened on the internet. I had my name slandered on the internet. There are Facebook groups dedicated to hating me. Ma'am, my face was posted on the news, and my name was slandered by police who assaulted me and then charged me with assault. Now, they had to drop the charges because I didn't assault them. However, the officer who assaulted me on January 6th of last year in Boulder has assaulted at least 6 other individuals since then. Not only that, officers who should have never, ever been allowed to have contact with me after what happened to Natalie Bollinger and the way that they treated that case were allowed access to me to assault me repeatedly. I threatened the President of the United States last year to try to force the FBI to take a look because they absolutely refused and no local law enforcement agency was willing to. I am an at-risk adult now. I have been assaulted repeatedly. I have been denied the right to make a report or to show evidence on multiple occasions in over 30 court dates. I have many witnesses. Matter of fact, the Bollinger family, they got to play victim because the police absolutely refused to hear anything I had to say or speak to any of the witnesses on my behalf. They slandered my name and outright lied on court documents, and I can prove all of this, but I need an FBI agent to come visit with me.
Okay, so have you tried following up with Internal Affairs, sir?
Ma'am, Internal Affairs, that's like going to Adolf Hitler and asking him to investigate what the Nazis did to the Jews. Internal Affairs won't do anything.
Okay. What about your state police?
Ma'am, I'm not in the state of Colorado because the state of Colorado, the police outright refused to take a report from me. They have refused to take a report from me for over 2.5 years.
Okay,
Natalie,
where are you now?
I'm in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Okay, so what's happening to you in Wyoming?
What's happening to me in Wyoming is that I am stuck here because I can't go to the state of Colorado because I have warrants out for the things that I had to do to defend myself against law enforcement and the Bollinger family. Local law enforcement is not going to do anything. I've already spoken with them. Matter of fact, because I'm homeless, they're more interested in harassing me for trying to find a place to sleep. I was made homeless by the death of Natalie Bollinger. I have over 100 crimes that were committed against me that I need to report on.
Okay, so I'm docking all of your information while you're talking to me.
Do what?
I'm documenting all of your information as you're speaking.
Thank you, ma'am. Multiple FBI agents have actually been assholes to me for trying to report against what happened. There were actually law enforcement officers from the FBI who refused to take a statement from me. And they don't give me their names, so it's not like I can make a report about those individual FBI agents. However, one of the instances with the FBI agents took place on, I believe, August 24th of last year in Longmont, Colorado, involving an officer who should never have had access to me. It was a conflict of interest for her to be there. I was attempting to make a report about the assaults against me by police. The police refused to take my report. They told me I had to go to an outside agency. I went to an outside agency. They told me that it was out of their jurisdiction. So we tried to talk to the state patrol within that jurisdiction, and they outright refused. They said that we had to make an appointment. Literally every single time that I have gone to speak to the police, they have made excuse after excuse after excuse why they won't do their jobs. Now their excuse is that I have warrants. Well, I have warrants because I had to do drastic things in order to defend myself and try to force an outside agency to take a look. That outside agency was you guys, and you didn't take a look.
Okay, sir. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish up getting all of your information documented, and I'm going to get this forwarded appropriately. And if there's more questions that we need to reach back out to you for, then we're going to call you back at the number that you listed in the beginning for me, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Do you know how long it'll take for somebody to call me back?
Unfortunately, I can't say whether or not, just because I am intake only. So after I document all of the information, I have no idea after that.
I have 3 bags full of evidence with me right now. Police have outright refused to take my evidence. They have also stolen evidence and destroyed evidence and tampered with witnesses, tampered with evidence, and so on. I have the names of many of the officers, but not all of them.
Okay. All right, sir. I went ahead and added that as well for you, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, you're welcome. Best of luck with everything.
I need more than luck. I need people to do their jobs. Thank you for doing yours.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, bye. What's the chances that they'll get back to me? Well, it's about the chances of me winning the lottery, but I'm going to pretend that it's a better chance than that.